Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I will be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. The goal with the position, as always, is to find something relatively sturdy and comfortable. You want a sense of stability because it gives us a sense of groundedness, a sense of being here. Not like we're here to do something and then go on with the rest of our day, but really here just for this moment. Stability is important with that. We also like to be comfortable during this practice because if you're worried about your body feeling like it's hurting and because you're sat in a strange way, your back's uneasy, something like that, it'd be a distraction and it's unnecessary for the practice. So just find something relatively comfortable and sturdy. Sitting in a chair works really well. Lying down even works, just don't fall asleep. Or you can sit in a formal meditation posture. Just find what works for you. We also keep our eyes open during this practice. But if you have learned to practice with your eyes closed, or if you're more comfortable doing so, go ahead and practice with your eyes closed. There are no hindrances here. But if your eyes are open, go ahead and leave the screen alone and drop your gaze gently down below you, kind of looking at the floor or the desk or whatever is just below you. We're not staring or analyzing at a particular spot in the floor, and we're also not zoned out and blurry. We have a gentle gaze directed softly, however clearly, downwards. You're in a comfortable and sturdy seated position, and your eyes are either closed or open, gaze directed softly and clearly downwards. Begin by listening to the sounds around you. Just notice what you hear. Maybe birds outside your window, the low hum of the refrigerator, or people talking in the next room. Whatever it is, notice it. Notice the general hum and buzz of the world around you. And let these sounds go. In other words, allow your ears to hear what they want to hear. Don't judge the sounds. Don't make anything of the sounds. Just allow them to play with your eardrums. Just let go and enter this moment as it is. Now bring your attention to the coming and going sensations of the breath. Nothing special. Just notice the gentle rhythm that accompanies the rising and falling of the breath. No special breathing techniques or anything like that, just a natural breath. And allow your attention to remain with breathing. And see if you can just notice the breath without being distracted by this next thought. Rising and falling. And I'm probably catching you thinking right now. And that is okay. But when you notice you're lost in thought, gently return to the breath. Not forcefully, just a gentle return to breathing, rising and falling. Come back. Come back to breathing. returning to the breath again and again. Not ignoring thoughts and not pushing them away. Thoughts don't have to cease or be quiet for us to notice the breath. Notice the breath as thinking happens. Just leave it alone. Let your mind think what it wants to. Remain with the breath, rising and falling. There's nowhere to go, nothing to do, and no one to become. This is it. So be here and completely rest. All right, you can look at the screen. I've talked about this before. This idea of stacking. What I don't know if that's a real term, but it's what I call it. It's when we have one problem, and then the next day we have another problem. But then we had this other problem we still haven't solved. And then we know there's some more problems coming in the future. And so we start in our minds going like, I got this problem, this problem, this problem, but this problem. We just start stacking all of our issues together and it becomes stressful. The pressure builds in the teapot. It can only take so much heat. That's how our lives a lot of the times are, we feel it. We kind of let the steam out ever so often when we binge watch our TV shows or, drink or smoke or whatever it is. We just kind of like let it out. But we don't have to have this pressure build up at all if we know where we live, which is here and now, really. Now, I know it sounds so simple and stupid, and we all know this kind of intellectually, but when you can actually live from this moment right here, there's really no room for the pressure to build because it's always now. And you can only do one thing at a time. So it may feel, or when it does feel like things are building up, the pressure's too much, you got too much going on, just know it's because you're thinking about it and you're not present. Now, don't get me wrong, life can be very difficult. Things can show up and completely out of left field, sideswipe you. And I personally have had this happen many times in my life. I understand how it feels. So I'm not discounting difficulty, but I am saying that much of the suffering that we feel when we go through situations is unnecessary, simply because we're constantly ruminating rather than just being here. The place where our actions actually take place, the place where we actually live. And when we notice this moment as it is, we let go of everything else. Let it go. Problems won't disappear, storms will come your way, but as long as you're here, you can at least just center your attention to this moment, to the one thing you have to do, which right now is listening to me. It's not about the plans you have after you watch this video and after you turn it off. No, it's right here. This. This is where your life is. Just let go of everything else. And you can truly behave and respond in a way that's full of clarity, that's full of sanity, and not fear, and pain, and struggle. But just knowing this intellectually won't help you. You have to practice. It is a practice. As paradoxical as that is, it is a practice. So just practice. And as you know, if you show up here, I'm here for you every day. So do it. We'll do it together. Thank you for your time today. And as always and without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.